holidays. I'm wrapping presents for my kiddos. And I've been thinking a lot about what's going on with the holidays in the Trump household. And of course, we just had Thanksgiving and we saw the juxtaposition of President Obama helping to serve meals at a soup kitchen or something. And then the picture of Trump and his family at some like super luxurious resort, all dressed to the nines, all fancy schmancy. And so I've been thinking about that and how first of all, how the first family is a role model, I mean, hopefully, right, for who we want to be as people. But then it just kind of morphs into this, well, what kind of people do we really want to be if we actually elected Donald Trump to be the first family? And so I'm sitting here wrapping presents and I'm thinking about what kind of message is he sending, or what kind of message are we sending the world, or what kind of message are the Trumps giving their kids? His grown kids might be a lost cause. I love grown kids. We have to differentiate between his grown kids because we're not actually giving his minor children his businesses, but they're grown. So just in case you were wondering. So you look at the Obamas, and I can absolutely sit here and picture Michelle Obama and her kids, even Barack, wrapping presents, probably with more expensive paper than what I've got, but whatever, they just rip it up anyway, right? As a family, going shopping as a family, making dinner, Christmas dinner, and maybe not while they were in the White House, but I'm sure at some point during their life, they had what we would consider a fairly traditional holiday. And then we have the Trumps, and I can't imagine that they've ever spent time in their kitchen making Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner. I mean, maybe they have. Maybe that's why Melania wants to stay in her penthouse suite, because then she gets to normalize her kids growing up more so than if he were in the White House. We'll go with that. So I'm thinking about the difference between these two families and the message that we're sending. So I feel like with Obama, his family and the nation has sent a message to the world that we care about people who have less. And of course there's like so many different definitions of that, and people have so many different ways of living their lives and whatever, but there are some people really who don't have enough to make a Thanksgiving feast, and those of us with more have the responsibility in some way to provide community, to provide food, to provide a sense of belonging to these people. I feel like the Trump administration so far, and every time I say that I throw up in my mouth a little bit, but the Trump administration so far has more sent the message that no, we are a country of, to use the phrase, temporarily embarrassed millionaires, right? Like that's what the poor people in this country are, right? We can't just accept the fact that this is our life and we're okay with it. I mean, I'm not a millionaire. I bought a house only because my mom was generous enough to help me. And I played the stupid credit game, which is stupid. But I'm not under any delusion that there's going to be some windfall, especially not because of the Trump administration, that all of a sudden I'm going to have $1 billion and I'm going to be able to buy a yacht and a vacation home. I mean, whatever. That's not even what I want with my life. And I think that we're sending the wrong message as a country. And I think that the first family is sending the wrong message to the world that Americans are just temporarily embarrassed millionaires. And don't worry, Trump will fix it all. He'll make us all rich. But first he has to figure out what to do with all of his money and how to make himself richer, which, by the way, he should have figured out what to do with his money and his businesses well before he got the nomination for president. It's absurd. Totally absurd. So think about that. That's what I'm thinking about today. I'm thinking about what American families do around the holidays, typical American families. And I'm not saying Christmas, because Christmas is only one, but the sense of family, the sense of feasting, the sense of belonging and community is universal across holidays. And I for one am really grateful that I'm not a millionaire and that I am not ruled by money, because it makes my life so much richer in so many other ways. So that's what I'm thinking about today as I wrap presents for my kids. And thanks.